Hello humans, I'm the AlienDoctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition beta. This is our first 1.17 beta here on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. And you may be thinking, but Alien, surely last beta was 1.17, and that is where you're wrong. So last beta was 1.16.230.56, whereas this is 1.17.0.50. So this is an actual 1.17 beta, whereas before it was just 1.16 betas, but then when it came to the actual release, the features from 1.17 would be removed. I know it's kind of strange. I don't really know why they do it like that, but they do. And anyway, yeah, our first 1.17 beta. So as you can imagine, a bunch of stuff has been added into this beta, and I'm super excited to get into showing you all of it. So let's get started. So one of the first major features that have came up in this beta is the amethyst and all of its various blocks. So there's actually only two that I can tell at the moment. So there is the amethyst block, which is this one, and then there is the budding amethyst, which is this one. Now obviously the textures are not final, but as well as that, we're playing on an Android emulator, which, you know, means we've got that really strange annoying texture bug, because yeah, they still haven't fixed that bug yet. Please fix, thank you. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, these textures might look a little bit strange compared to their Java edition, versions. However, you should be able to get a rough idea of what these current textures should look like if I was playing this on my actual Windows 10 version or console or whatever. And then there is also these. So the amethyst cluster, large amethyst bud, medium amethyst bud, and small amethyst bud. And these look pretty cool. Yeah, these, I'm so excited because there aren't blocks like this that really, and I'm not really a builder person, so I guess I'm not super excited, but certainly I know other people will be. Where basically there aren't that many other blocks similar to this as far as I'm aware, especially these, various budding things that, are this sort of colour and that sort of thing, so I imagine for builders that'll be helpful. Now something else I've just noticed is that I did not place the small amethyst bud there. So what I'm wondering is actually if this grows the buds out the back. That's actually something I must have missed in the changelog. 1 second. Ah, yes. Okay. So, sorry, there's a lot in this changelog, a lot to read and stuff. But yeah, basically on the side where there is air or water, the small amethyst bud will eventually grow, and it will only grow into a small amethyst bud as far as I'm aware. However, if you put any of these other buds or clusters, well, I guess not cluster, but if you put either of these buds on the side of it, then these will continue to grow all the way up to the amethyst cluster, assuming that I'm reading that correctly, which I believe I am. As well as that, you can also silk touch any of these clusters, at any stage of their growth to get them at the correct stage. Now, something I haven't mentioned is geodes. So amethyst geodes basically spawn underground in the world. Now, due to Bedrock not having an official spectator mode, it's super hard for me to actually find these to show you, so I'll just put some images on screen now from either this version, like other people's screenshots from Bedrock, or the Java edition version. Now, the other thing to point out about these is that, as you can see, when you walk around, they actually make quite a nice little, sound, which definitely could be, I'm sure the note block and like the Minecraft music community will probably be able to find a use for these. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they're doing there. And yeah, these amethyst, blocks and clusters and buds can be found all inside of amethyst geodes. Now, as well as that, as you see here, there is also an amethyst shard. This is a crafting material. It cannot be placed down. So a new type of glass has been added called Tinted Glass. It doesn't look like that it has a stained tinted glass variant, or sorry, it doesn't look like there is a plain version of the tinted glass. It looks like it's just, normal tinted glass. Once again, the weird texture bug is happening on Android. I'm sorry, I can't help it. But as you can see here, basically, I believe what this does is doesn't let light through. So we're just going to make a little hole here and I guess test that experiment. So we're down here, it's pretty nice and light. However, if we put this on, yeah, so it's completely dark in here. However, the use for this is you'll be able to, look out and still be able to see what's going on. So although inside there it's dark, mobs can spawn, yeah, we can still look in and see what that's happening, and it's still dark in there. Whereas if we use normal glass, the light would go through, stopping more from, spawning and stuff. So this would be really useful for spawner farms and, dungeons and things like that. A new item that has been added is the spyglass. So as you can see, I'm holding it right now, and you could craft this using copper ingots and amethyst shard. But basically what happens is you can use it and it will zoom in a little bit like Optifine Zoom. As well as that, it will also slow down your sensitivity. So very, very similar to Optifine Zoom. The only difference is that it will not sort of glide, like Optifine Zoom does, if that makes sense. So if you move it, it would sort of still be gliding along as opposed to stopping, exactly when you, stop moving. So yeah, this is useful. To be honest, I don't think this will replace Optifine Zoom, just because unless Optifine remove it from, the Optifine mod, I don't think that this will replace it, simply because you have to have this item in your in your hand, as opposed to Optifine just being able to press a key on your button. And as well as that, you may be thinking, but Alien, on Bedrock Edition, Optifine isn't a thing. And I actually made a video all about how to get an Optifine Zoom in Bedrock Edition, so you should check that out. It still works and stuff. I use it in all my AlienCraft videos. And yeah, so if you're wondering how to Optifine Zoom without the spyglass, then check out that video. Now, something which I want to test is, and that is a shame, so you can't put it in your second hand. Now, obviously, that's probably because for mobile players, that would mean adding in another button or something, but it would be really useful if at the very least for console and for PC players, if we could actually have, the second hand and also have shields activated with right click. Basically just, I know this is kind of slightly off topic, but just being able to use the second hand without having to crouch and that sort of thing would be really nice, because then it would mean that we'd be able to use spyglasses. But it would also be cool when this gets added to Java, or if it's already added to Java, I can't remember. It would also be cool if this can be used in the spyglass on Java Edition as well, or in the second hand, sorry. So something else that's been added that's actually like super massive, if you think about it and how long this has been left untouched, is that now ores will drop their, like raw versions as opposed to dropping the actual ore. So as you can see here, an unenchanted netherite pickaxe, if I mine this iron, it will just drop one piece of raw iron, and it will drop that every single time I mine it with, the normal netherite pickaxe. However, I can mine it with silk touch to get back the actual ore if I want the ore for building or something. And you can still smelt down the ore if you want to. You don't have to only smelt down the raw iron. Now, it looks like just with a normal pickaxe, it will always drop the same amount. However, if you're actually using a fortune pickaxe, it will drop potentially more than one. So this time it only drops one, and this time it only drops one. Okay, strange. Well, let's try it with these. 1, 2, 3. This is fortune. Yeah, look, this is fortune 3. Obviously, this is a similar system to the way it works already with diamonds, lapis, and redstone, and coal, and even emeralds. And then the other raw thing that has been added is the copper. However, it would appear that Fortune 3 loot tables, if that's the right word, haven't been set up, because as you can see, I have 4 of each, and I should have had more because I manned that with Fortune 3. So I don't quite understand what's going on there. That's very strange. Another change is all about Lush Caves. So obviously, because there's no spectator mode in Bedrock Edition, I can't really show you this because it would take way too long to find one. And yes, I've already tried searching and it's just taken too long. So instead, I'm going to put some images of what the Lush Caves look like. However, basically, the generation has actually been fixed so that they are actually generating and they will randomly generate underground. It has not specified which Y level or anything like that. Now, obviously, they were introduced, the Lush Caves, before I actually made beta videos, so I'm just going to briefly go over what's in them. So you'll get these azalea leaves, flowered azalea leaves, azalea, flowering azalea, these moss block, moss carpet, small drip leaf, and the big drip leaf. Although, I don't know if you're meant to be able to, but you can't actually place down the small drip leaf. But I'm assuming you're not meant to be able to do that. And yeah, these are those things that break if you stand on them for too long. So pretty cool for parkour maps and things like that. Whee! That's actually super cool. Because like that, I'm sure this will get used in parkour maps quite a lot. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what people do with this as well. As well as this, a ton of features have been removed from experimental features. So if we go into the game, and then it's probably just easier if I use my mouse, you'll see over in experiments, all of these various features, a bunch of, things have been removed from the caves and cliffs toggle. Basically, and I believe the reason why is because we are basically in 1.17 betas instead of 1.16 betas, like we were before, if that makes sense. So some of the things that have been removed is powdered snow, glow lichen, and, well, yeah, that's actually it. As well as that, there is also a bunch of bug fixes for powdered snow and glow lichen, and yeah, general things like that. There's also been some bugs fixed with render dragon and animations. And yeah, that's basically pretty much all that's been in this beta. It's very exciting though, because it is obviously the first 1.17 beta we have had. And, I obviously explained why it's a 1.17 beta. So yeah, I am super excited for this. And obviously, if you are, then feel free to subscribe to get all the latest Bedrock Edition beta videos. If you just like Bedrock Edition in general, then I would also recommend subscribing for, tutorials and also let's plays and other Bedrock content. Also, if you could like the video, it would greatly help out the video and the channel so much. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video soon. Bye.